standing here with the one and only Mr. Stephen A. Smith. How are you doing?
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm getting talking to you, a legend. You are here at the NBA Summer League. Tell me a little bit about your experience so far.
Well, I like it. I mean, you see DeAndre Ayton, you see him playing here. That's a big deal. I love the fact that, years ago the NBA just essentially incorporated guys needing to play and having to play. You don't just sign on with an NBA team coming out of high school, coming out of college. And the first time we see you is in an NBA uniform in training camp or during the preseason. It's good for them to be out here in the summer working on their game, getting a feel for an elevated level of competition. I think that's incredibly important. And more importantly, to get an indication, not just on the court, but off the court in terms of a daily routine, the level of professionalism that's required in order for you to be successful on this level. To just get an inkling of that and what that entails. And I think that's the reason why the Summer League is so important. You're introducing them immediately to going from amateur play to being a professional, and the requirements that come with it is something that you're enlightening them about.
This is your first time at the NBA Summer League. What is it about this event that's separated from other ones?
Well, again, folks are here, and not only that, these are folks that either hope to make it to the NBA or individuals that are scheduled to be in the NBA come the fall. Or in the case of guys like Dennis Smith Jr., for example, you're out here again. You just went through your rookie campaign with the Dallas Mavericks, playing relatively well this season, came on strong in the latter part of the season. It really showed a lot of promise. And so, again, it's a job, it's a profession. Yeah, thousands upon thousands of people are watching you during the season, and you're on local television, in some cases national television. All of that stuff is true, but at the end of the day, all that glitters isn't gold. It's about the work. It's about the sacrifice. It's about the commitment. And you learn that very, very early on, and that's why I've always been a proponent and a supporter of the Summer League.
If you were a GM and you had to have a starting five all-time NBA roster, who would you have on your team?
All-time NBA roster?
Yeah, a starting five.
I would have, me personally, it would be Michael Jordan, number one. LeBron James, number two. It would have to be LeBron James because I think LeBron James is unquestionably the greatest small forward we've ever seen, and one of the top 5 players of all time. I would have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as my center. When I think about the power forward spot, it would probably be Tim Duncan, but I'll switch that up for you in this regard because of the manner in which the game has changed. If this was old school, I'd pick a Tim Duncan. New school, I'd pick Kevin Durant. That's what I would go with. And because we're talking new school instead of Irvin Magic Johnson, I would go with Steph Curry. Because I want somebody who can keep everybody honest and literally scares the living daylights out of you by forcing you to defend him and stay honest defensively because of what he's able to bring to the table. He would open the floodgates for Kevin Durant, a LeBron James, a Michael Jordan. And him and KD would open the floor up for LeBron and Michael Jordan. And then with Kareem in the sky hook, it's lights out. So that would be my starting five in today's NBA game. If this were old school, it would be a bit different because somebody like Steph Curry would get hurt. Somebody like Kevin Durant would get hurt because the rules were definitely different and it allowed for more physicality. And I think that they would succumb to that. But in today's NBA game, that would be my guys. Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kevin Durant.
That's a solid starting five if you ask me. So a lot of people are starstruck when they see you. Obviously, everyone's always stopping you for pictures. Has there ever been anyone that you were starstruck when you first met them or first saw them?
Never. Not in the world of sports. When I met Muhammad Ali, I was starstruck. Somebody like that. When I met President Barack Obama before he was president, I was sort of starstruck. I knew he was going to win the presidency. I knew what it would mean to our nation, all the trials and tribulations, all the things that we've endured as a nation. To be the first elected African-American president in history was something special. Guys like that, but no sports.
One more question for you. You have a lot of known taglines on ESPN First Take. What is your favorite one?
Stay off the weed.
I love that one.
Well, the reason why is because, I live and let live. I mean, for medicinal purposes, it's legalized in over 26 states. It's about to be legalized throughout the United States, considering the direction that we're going in. When it comes to the professional athlete, although I'm incredibly supportive for medicinal purposes to alleviate pain, for recreational use, I find it appalling. You have to exercise discipline. It has nothing to do with anything else. It has to do with the fact that, listen, there's a lot of things I wish I could do professionally, and it would be okay. But guess what? It's not. Because in my profession, there's certain things you're not allowed to do. And as a result of that, that's the discipline. And so for me, when you're a professional, you have an obligation to exercise discipline at all times, and that's what I want to see.
I'm going to let you go. I know you're on vacation now. It has been a long season for you, and hopefully next time ESPN First Take comes on and you're on, I'm going to submit a video so I can battle against you.
I hope so.
I know.
I would lose, though.
You think you would lose to me? Really? Okay. We're going to have to see.